Submitted by John Bernard D. Running.
You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Coming to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally rise. You can compete, you've reached a level close to divine. You want proof? Look what you've grown from. Remember days of pain when you felt so numb. Remember days of rain, but there was no one to offer you help, the love, not even to show some. You made it far, now there's no one to spar. No one to match you, just look at your scars. They tell a story so beautiful, it's bizarre. How you made it from the bottom, now just look where you are. Welcome to the next chapter, the next level. You made it through the pain and hardships for several years. Been in the gutter, but never wanted to settle for less than standing on the top, wearing the golden medal. You were meant to be great, don't ever doubt it. Remember when they told you you'd fail when they doubted. You're looking for your purpose and you finally found it. Millions of tears later and you're feeling astounded. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Coming to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, unleashed, you've never been so alive. Coming to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. Falling in love with the view. In the top 3, you are not 3 and not 2. In case you're not getting it, let me give you a clue. Under the sky, there's no one that's flying higher than you. Think of the times when you felt so afraid. Think of the times when you cried while you prayed. Think of the times when you worked while it rained. Now those same times are finally due to be paid. They made you a warrior, outstanding, victorious. Notorious for being a champ, you are glorious. Meant to be great, it was written even before the birth of time. You rise as the greatest out of us all. No matter what's going on, just keep on pushing. At the other side of pain lies all you've been wishing.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
How to play table tennis or ping pong. Hello friends, today we'll learn the rules of table tennis. Table tennis is also known as ping pong. Table tennis can be played by 2 or 4 players. In table tennis, the object is to be the first player to reach 11 points to win a set, and then win the best of 3, 5, or 7 sets to ultimately win the game. Table tennis is played on a wide table, 9 feet long and 5 feet wide, and is 2.5 feet above the ground. The net is hung 6 inches above the table. Rules of table tennis. 1. The toss of a coin determines which of the players serves first. 2. The service must start with the ball in an open palm. 3. The ball must be above and behind the table throughout the serve. 4. After throwing the ball, the server must get their free arm and hand out of the way. 5. The ball must first bounce on your side and then over the net in your opponent's. 6. Your opponent must allow the ball to hit their side of the table before trying to return to you. 7. If the ball hits the net and doesn't go over, the point goes to the other team/player. There are no second serves. 8. After each game, the players must rotate both the end of the table from which they are playing as well as who serves and receives the ball first. 9. In the deciding game of a match, the players swap ends after either player reaches 5 points.
Nin explains the rules of badminton. Badminton is a game played as singles, where one person plays against another person, or doubles, where 2 people play against 2 people. The object of the game is for you or your team to win 2 sets faster than the opposing team. To win a set, you must score 21 points and be at least 2 points ahead. If the scores are 20-20 for example, the game carries on until one player or pair has a 2-point lead. Okay then, so how do you score these points? To score a point, You must aim to hit the shuttlecock, which is usually a piece of cork with feathers sticking out of it, with your racket over the net and onto your opponent's floor without the opponent returning the favour. The court is 13.4 metres long and 6.1 metres wide, and the net is 1.55 metres above the ground. Pay attention to these lines, as the boundaries are different for singles and doubles. To start the game, a player must serve the shuttlecock below the waist. The shuttlecock must travel over the net and land in the areas defined for the serve to be legal. If the shuttlecock is hit onto the lines, this also counts as a point. The opponent will then try and return the shuttlecock and make you miss returning it back. This can go back and forth and is known as a rally. Remember, the aim of the game is to hit the shuttlecock onto your opponent's floor, and these are the areas you're aiming for.
This is the Junior Tennis School. In this guide, we will introduce you to the rules of the game. We will touch on calling a ball in or out, as well as looking at the unwritten rules of the game, such as fairness. To begin with, let's look at calling the ball in or out for the serve and the rally. When serving, the ball must land in the correct service court, in other words, the court diagonally opposite the server. A ball is counted in and played if it is in the service court or on the line, but out if it bounces outside the service court. If you want to know more about the rules of the serve, why not check out our Rules of the Serve guide, which covers the different faults that can be given, as well as where players are allowed to stand when serving. During a rally in singles, the ball can land anywhere within the court area, created by the net, single sidelines and baseline. The ball is called out if it lands behind the baseline, or if it lands outside the single sidelines. One of the most fundamental rules of the game is that the ball is only allowed to bounce once on each player's side of the court. However, the player can volley the ball before it bounces.
You start off running in a straight direction, then curve in a J shape towards the bar. You need to have just the right amount of curve in your J in order to maximize the jump. If you do this right, your foot will be at a 45-degree angle to the pad, and you will feel yourself leaning almost away from the bar. One common problem people have when they learn about